Vision. And big up to the brother, you know. Big up to Big A, big up to Kaz, big up to Prince, Lollipop. How are ya say? It's coming from Montreal, Quebec, Irie Queen Eugenia locked in. She's listening to Irie FM on the go. Using the Irie FM mobile app, remember it's absolutely free. What you waiting for? Clock in and lock in. Pick up to Annette Cook Shop locked in. Seaview Gardens massive. Father Police checked in. Waiting for RTS. Big up to Stacey Ann locked in. Stacey Ann, bless up yourself. This one said no, the money long there. That mix master David mix there. No, I love it. Fully reggae. Big up to Barry Back locked in. He says, good afternoon, Kishima. Barry Back locked in, you know. Look here, nice voice, eh? Big up yourself. Big up to the peeps in Glen Goff. Got it locked to Irie. Big up to King Tubbies. Say easy skanking at work. Please big up to Stampy and Bulla Head. And Blacker Shine from Banbury. Lynchstead Massive. Got it locked. And we're doing this one again. Again.
Reggae.
Smelling the perfume. I thought I was immune. Looking around this room, can't help but see the traces of you. This moment is surreal. I can't put in the words how I feel. Twin, where have you been? Nobody knows me like you do. Nobody gon' love me nobody like you. Can't even deny it. Every time I try, one look in my eyes, you know I'm lying. Body to body, skin to skin. Never gon' love like this again. Made for me, just for me. Said you were made for me, only for me. You were made for me. Oh yeah, you were made for me. It ain't every day that I get in my feelings this way. I knew it was rare, 'cause before you I never did care. Don't know what I would do if I had to go on without you. Twin.
The mission of the Ministry of Legal and Constitutional Affairs includes revising Jamaica's legal and constitutional infrastructure and accelerating the pace of reform. The time by the MLCA is...
It is now 12:30 and it's time for Road to Success, the journey. DJ Mixmaster David, renowned for his electrifying mixes and innovative style, has captivated audiences worldwide with his unique blend of genres and seamless transitions. Starting his career with a passion for music and a determination to master the art of DJing, he has become a prominent figure in the industry. Known for his dynamic performances and ability to read the crowd, this Atlanta-based international DJ continues to push the boundaries of what's possible in the world of music. Mixmaster David is also a Billboard producer, global brand ambassador, and philanthropist. And we're absolutely grateful that you could take some time out of your busy schedule to take us on your immense journey. Mixmaster David, welcome and thank you.
I know, thank you for having me because, IRFM is, IRFM birthed me, right? IRFM, I'm a daddy, you know what I mean? So you already know how it goes. IRFM raised me. So, for me to be on your program, it's a pleasure.
That is really awesome. Now, let's kick things off with your foundation in rural St. Andrew. How would you describe your upbringing?
I mean, outgoing, I'm a family person. I come with the whole entire community of Mount Friendship, Mount James, Mountain Spring, Golden Spring, Stone Hill. Most of the people know me from childhood, growing up from that community and stuff like that. I'm an outgoing person, basically. Family person,
Did you grow up in a large family? You had siblings, you grew up with mommy and daddy. Describe that dynamic for us.
I'm an only child for my mother, and my father have like three or two daughters and stuff like that. But the family is big, you know what I mean? Because I'm from a rural community where we come from, we originate from the community, you know, Mount Friendship, as I said, between Mount Friendship and Brandon Hill, them places.
What did you admire most about your parents growing up?
Their humility, and their kindness, you know what I mean? Because they didn't have much, but guess what? The entire community or whosoever were connected to them, they're always loved and they're always reaching out and always giving away what they don't have, basically, you know?
So when exactly did you fell in love with DJing and wanted to take on this passion?
So it was at the age of 10, my friend DJ Juggler from Step by Step Sound and Father Lass, they string up their sound system in front of my house, like couple steps down from my house, like at a shop. And by them doing that, you know, I'm just there just observing and all that stuff. And by me observing, you know, I just fell in love with the sound system culture and, you know, and the whole theory of it and stuff like that.
Okay, before we get into your first DJing experience, tell us a little bit about David in the classroom.
All over the place. Jovial again, you know what I mean, all over the place. Again, I'm a community person. I'm a what would you say? I'm an outgoing person. I'm the class or one of the classroom favorite, but still all over the place.
All right. Do you have any standout moments during your school years, like when you reflect, like, you know, this was a really good time or experience that you had when you reflect?
I mean, just us linking up with friends and family and stuff like that. Nothing stand out right now off the top because it's still a blur. But you know what I mean? It's just connecting with friends.
All right. Now let's go back to your early days. Did you have any DJing experience before you ventured into radio? And we're going to get to that, like the start at Hot. But did you have any experience prior, considering, you know, you fell in love with it at the tender age of 10?
So part of the highlight for me is getting a job on one of the big sounds of the community, which is Super Scene. So from Step by Step, we got hooked up to Step by Step to Super Scene from Stony Hill, all through my friend ZJ Capone from that used to work on one of your sister station. He brought me on that sound, and then it was uphill from there. You know what I mean? DJing on Super Scene as a local 16-year-old. That was it for me.
Did you have any standout experiences during those early sound system days as a young DJ doing it?
Yeah, definitely riding on the truck, going some country dances and all them stuff there. Just experience the whole. It was a high for me, like just going from country, parish to parish as a local youth and a sound system like Super Saint and you know, being one of the selectors on there and stuff like that. That was all it for me every day.
So were your parents excited about that, or, you know, they were concerned? What was that like?
They are, because I've been a little independent since I was like, probably 13, you know, 12, 13 years old. I used to take bus and go some far places.
Wow.
to look at visit family and all that stuff. So one thing they just used to say, just make sure you're all right, you know what I mean? And they will communicate with whosoever owns the sound system, or, you know, and make sure that I'm good. But for the most part, I was always in good hands.
Now, from the sound system, talk to us about how you got into radio. Was that the next step?
Right. So radio now is through ZJ Capone again. So he used to work at Hot 102. And I remember the first time I got introduced to him at a dance, and I say, yo, I would love to visit a radio station. And him say, yeah, man, you can come check me Monday, man. I don't know who go tell him for so. Monday morning, bright and early, I went to visit him. That time he was doing Monty Perkins show. at the time. Rest in peace. He was running Monty Perkins Online. He was just doing the tech up, the board operation of it. And, you know, I saw the whole operation. So when I left, he's like, yeah, man, just come check me anytime. Again, I don't know who go tell him to say so. The next day again, I did it. And the next day and the next day. And you know, eventually I got hired from at that station and stuff like that through one of your old bosses, Mr. Chung, Junior Chung, you know, rest in peace again. And that's how it all started from there.
So here it is, you know, it's almost as if you had this person that kept looking out for you and provided, you know, the crucial opportunities. Talk to us about like what were some of the challenges that you encountered, because, you know, like playing on the sound system and playing on radio, they are very, very different. What was that like for you, and was it an easy transition from the spaces?
Some of it was kind of hard to articulate at the time or relate, because keep in mind I'm coming from sound system and I was the engineer basically on the station, not really the
DJ.
DJ. Or yeah, sometimes I used to play music for like the likes of Winston Williams and all them people and stuff like that. But it was just more mellow. But you have to understand, make the song play out, young man, and them kind of thing. And also, you know, you're going from school to the corporate world. So that was a little bit of transition and understanding. And people, of course, is going to downplay it from time to time, because most of the people that were hired at that station was people from experienced people from other stations that came over. So they're going to tell you that, yeah, you need to do this, do that their way and stuff. And you're seeing it another way. So, you know, that was a little challenging for me.
How did you deal with that too? I mean, was that something difficult for you to manage? And did you have like a mentor or somebody that you could speak to?
Sometimes I listen and conform, and sometimes I still just do what I do. But most of the times I conform to what they're telling me to do. Like, you know, all right, man, yeah, okay, cool. So how you do that? Okay, and I watch them and they will tell me what to do at the time. But most of the times I conform, because again, I don't have the experience. They have it. So, you know, sometimes I just listen. And most of the time I listen and conform.
In those moments, take us into your headspace in terms of, did you see yourself as an international DJ then? And what was that driving force that kept you, you know, keep pushing? Because you could have settled with just working at a radio station and being behind the scenes. What was that thing that pushed you further?
The love for music and the love for music and the love of the creative aspect of it, like the mixing, the scratching, all that stuff, right? So watch this now. So when I came to America, when I migrated from Jamaica to America, which is Miami, then Atlanta, I realized how advanced I was. I understood how to play hip hop, understand how to play. And all this started from Jamaica. But at the same token, when I came here, you know, I realized that, oh, so it is this. It's not as simple as it sounds, but you understand the American market, and then you understand how to switch from the dancehall to the American style of playing and stuff like that. So that was the thing for me, and I realized, oh, I need to grow, and I just stick on the hip hop scene more.
No, was that an easy transition? I know you said that, you know, you basically observed the space and came to the realization that the two countries, you know, like the entertainment scene is different. Was it an easy transition? Did you have any challenges or mess ups that, you know, you had to tweak? Give us some insights into that.
We mess up a lot. We mess up a lot, and we learn from our mistakes. And the transition wasn't as easy. Like you get up today and say, yo, man, I switch tomorrow, and then it just happened overnight. It took time, because again, you still have to understand the different subgenres within the space, or the different subcultures within the space, because you have, okay, the corporate outgoing Americans, and then you have what we Jamaican would call the Butu American, like the ghetto Americans and all that stuff. They listen to music different. So it's like, let's say, for instance, in the space of Atlanta, you have like the little babies and all them people and the futures who cater to the street audience, the ghetto audience. It's the same thing as in Jamaica, you have the squash, the chronic law, them and all that stuff. And then of course you have the uptown classy settings of Jamaica and stuff like that. So it's the same thing. You have that, you have to just understand where you are and what they like.
So when you came to America, did you come with a name that people recognize, or did you have to start from scratch in terms of building the brand Mixmaster David?
Yeah, I had to start from scratch. I started from scratch from the ground up, you know, start from nothing.
Now, talk to us about that strategic plan. You know, starting in Miami, and of course, you're going there as an unknown DJ into a space where you have DJs with a name. And how were you able to infiltrate that space and, you know, create the brand Mixmaster David?
You want to hear it in Jamaican term? Not for myself. Just not for myself. Like I'm probably annoying sometime, or sometime I'm a fly on the wall, basically, but I'm not for myself. Like, you know, make sure so everybody know my name, what go on. Sometime, of course, the sound man, them are gonna be a little territorial and they're gonna be a little standoffish, but overall, they're gonna see how advanced you are, and you know what I mean? And sometimes people co-sign you. People say, yo, that boy that can play some music in bad, you know. And that's how it grew from there.
No, wow, that is amazing. So here it is now. You are in Miami, you're doing it, and you're saying that, you know, you're enough up yourself, you're getting people to remember your name and know the name. Can you recall like that moment when you say, yes, my boss, I ate this?
So there's one time, keep in mind, we're talking about a 1 year space. So there's one time I was playing a song called Underground Movements from Miami, and the song had a double date. So with the song having a double date, they were coming to Atlanta to play at a dance. And then one of them take all of the dubs, all of the new songs and gone. So I was left with like, because back then it was record days. So you know you couldn't take all your records out of town. So I was left with like a whole record box full of 90s and Studio One and all that stuff. And we're talking about in 2000. So went through the record box, organized a song, because keep in mind, 90s was my era of music. And by me organizing the music the night, I mash up the dance in Fort Lauderdale with just 90s music. And from that, I say, yes, I ate this. And because people were talking about the whole party, because the party was packed. You know what I mean? And to hear that, I just demolished that party. It was a big thing for me in Fort Lauderdale.
No, what was it that prompted you to make the move from Miami or Florida to Atlanta?
So I helped
Georgia.
someone move to Atlanta. Plus, I had a cousin, Stretch, big up Stretch, he's listening to in Montego Bay. Stretch was living in Atlanta at the time, and also I helped someone to relocate from Florida to Atlanta. Basically, I'm just a lift furniture. So I came to Atlanta, but I don't know what it was. I don't know if it's a spiritual thing or what it was. But when I came to Atlanta, it's like, I said, no, man, I hate this, man. I'm not go back to Florida. I went back to Florida for my clothes and came right back to Atlanta. And that's it. That's where I'm, like 23 years in now in Atlanta.
Wow. Now, once in Atlanta, did you have to, you know, start all over again, or once in the space, people knew who you were?
No, again, I had to start all over from scratch, you know, because I never built a big household name in Florida to take to Atlanta. I had to start from scratch, and I did the dancehall parties and all that stuff and at the time to Atlanta, I had an uptown scene. So that's the next thing. I understood how to play for the quote unquote uptown scene from watching other people play in Jamaica or doing it myself in Jamaica to Atlanta. So I got into the uptown scene when back then, and then so I was dabbling in the hardcore scene and the uptown scene at the time, and you know I took off. So like 2010, that's when I decided that 2010 2011ish, I decided that I have to grow. I wanted more for myself, and that's when I go to the hip hop scene, and I was still playing dancehall in the hip hop space too as well. You know what I mean? But that's everything just grew from there.
Do you remember the first hip hop or international artist that embraced you, and how did that change the whole dynamics for you?
Yeah, so Kerry Hilson was one of the first notable person and stuff like that. Then you had like Jeezys and stuff like that. Then the Ushers and all them people. But the Kerry Hilson, she just came to one of my parties, and a friend of hers, a mutual friend that we have, told her about me and stuff. Big up Big Zach from Atlanta. And by her coming to check me out and stuff like that, it just took off from there. That was it. That was it. You know what I mean? She co-signed me. She even took me on the road with her. I was touring with her for a little while too as well, filling in for her personal DJ and stuff. And again, it just took off from there.
So did that experience with Kerry Hilson, like touring for her, did that open more doors for you in terms of touring with other international acts? And who are some of those persons that
Yeah,
you've toured with?
definitely. Cause I did over 100 shows in Las Vegas for the after party. Well, let me no, let me rephrase it. I did like 75. So if there's 100 shows, I did like 75 to 80 shows in Las Vegas. For in the space of 2023 and 2022 and 2023 for the Usher residency in Las Vegas and stuff like that. And it opened up a lot of doors. You know what I mean? Even to the fact that I'm doing a lot of stuff for like people like Young Jeezy in Atlanta. I've been DJing for him, like for his personal parties and stuff like that. And not the Diddy parties, but the real party. You know what I mean? Real
Okay,
party.
welcome that
No, kinky
clarification.
party. No, none of them something.
Yes. Now, on your social media, you shared a video of yourself and Usher, and just you in your element, like mixing and just doing everything live, and that was just like a real vibe. Even watching it through your phone screen, like you're feeling it. Take us back into your genius, like when you're in that moment and you're mixing. Like, what are some of the things that you consider before playing out, and in that moment? How are you able to read the crowd, maintain the vibe, and still keep popping?
It's just what you learn, you know what I mean? You still have, no matter Usher and them cool and everything, but you still have to really respect the audience in front of you. You know what I mean? Because, yeah, he's a celebrity and he's a star and it's his show. But when you're talking about the after party, you're talking about the consumers in front of you. If them not feel the vibes, that means that him not gonna feel the vibes. So I focus on them and just make the room a vibe, a dance, a real party. And from you make them the real party, is like make the party a real party, sorry, then everything else is easy from there. Because he's human just like us. He like music just like us. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Have you ever had, a night where things weren't just right? It didn't go in your
Yes, all the
favor.
time.
And how do you bounce back from that? Because it is just such a public thing. You make a mistake, everybody know, you mess
Yeah.
up, and it's out there. How do you handle those types of things at the level that you're at?
You just recognize what the mistake you made or what went wrong. Because sometimes you're DJing and the party is not what you expected it to be, because we are selectors and our DJs per se, we are mind readers, especially you as a radio host. You sometimes you're behind the microphone, you don't see who you're you're DJing for, who you're playing music for. But at the same token, you know that, you know what, let me just try and do the best. If my show wasn't, if your program director come to you and say, well, Kasim, the show never too peppery like yesterday, I say, all right, boss, I'm going to try and fix it up. Tomorrow you fix it up and you come again,
Mm-hmm. So that's your approach.
Yeah, that's my approach. And but still I try to put our best foot forward and make every day a good day in terms of playing music.
What has been your most memorable performance to date?
Let me see. Let me take it, but let me see. It's couple. It's like again DJing in Las Vegas. Oh, recently I did Jules nightclub. That's a big nightclub in Las Vegas, which is known for like the likes of the Steve Aoki's and all them people. So it was an event called Lovers and Friends Weekend, and it was supposed to be a big festival, 2-day festival, and they actually canceled the festival the night off due to some bad weather in Las Vegas. And this was like recently, to like in May, the beginning of May, and everybody mad, everybody get vexed. You know what I mean? Because they're in Vegas for a festival and a festival cancel. So basically, you have a room packed with people. You have Usher them over there. So you have you name it, a lot of R&B stars over there and stuff like that. So the room packed, ram. But the mood of the people has shift because they're disappointed. They spend all their money to come to Las Vegas, airfare, all that stuff. So the DJ that was DJing, the people must stand up and I look on him. And I say, yo, so the room in that field, nobody at all. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna have to transform the room and make it a Mixmaster David party. I don't know how I do it, but first song, take the people from 0 to 100, and then it was easy from there. To the point of they're even now looking into giving me a residency in Las Vegas. So hopefully that will.
Wow. Like your own residency.
Yeah, exactly.
That is amazing. Like just talking to you, like now you're getting your own residency in Las Vegas. You're also one of the most sought after DJs right now in Atlanta. What would you say has been the key to your success, and that keeps opening doors for you and giving you like all these awesome opportunities?
Humility, and being a people's person, not being too arrogant and cocky as what we call it, and show off as we call it. Just be a people's person, because again, once you shake each other's hand, you never know where that relationship might take you. So relationship most is what bring me into some of these rooms, and then your talent. So even though people say music is 90% business and 10% talent, I would say 90%, yeah, 90% business, but most of it is just relationships and stuff like that. Who basically.
And that's very difficult. That's well, I wouldn't say difficult, but it takes work in your line of business, because you have all the ingredients to massage your ego and allow you to be hype with the crowds that you're rocking in. So that's a very important message, especially for younger DJs who aspire to do great things and impact the world on a global scale.
Yeah, that's true. So even more elaborate more on that is like I wasn't as strategic, because I'm not an opportunist, you know what I mean? I'm not somebody who just see somebody and just because I want to get on that spot, I'm gonna just friend them just to get on that spot. It's like let's say for instance, like for I have to get to know you and all that stuff, and outside of even this RFM thing, and just say, Kashima one real good girl and stuff like that. So watch this. So for the sound man them or the selectors who coming up, figure out the space that you want to be in. And then when you figure out the space that you want to be in, you get to know the promoter. Even show up to the parties early. Well, go on, boss, you need help with that? All right, yeah, man, bam, bam. All right, yeah, you come help me with this kind of thing. And then you never know. You might build up a relationship from there where the man can say, you know what? Let me get that youth here a try. The youth here always their own. The youth even their own more than the people who may pay to be around. You know what I mean? Or even go to the promoter and say, boss, what, we can get an early one and things like that. We just early one before people start coming in and things. And then overall, you're being heard at that point in time. So next thing you know, you might end up getting a space when one selector late, you know what I mean? Or one sound mess up, you know what I mean? So, it's just one of them things.
With you saying that, you brought me to my next question. What skills do you think are important for a DJ to develop?
Learn to read the crowd. Understand the room that you're spinning in. The room where you play for, the people that you play for. Just understand who is in the room or who you're playing for. Again, don't cater to the local artists with them two friends over the corner. Cater to the people and the paying patrons who is, because they're the one that's going to book you tomorrow and the next day and the next day. You know what I mean? So just understand how to read a room. And then, of course, learning to select. When you understand how to read a room, then understand how to select the music and your selections, basically. Because sometimes you play like the rifle walks on them, and that's not the crowd. You know what I mean? You have a lot of females who want to hear some song for themselves, and and just cater to them, cater to your patrons. They pay you.
That's a very important point. I'm sure you are aware of the money pull-up culture. Do you think that this is something that over time has put a damper on the party scene, in that you may have DJs who are playing merely for the money pull-ups as opposed to a patron's enjoyment?
Yes, it definitely does, because I can see where a selector just leave him house just for, because everybody have to eat and everybody have a family to feed and all them things. So let me not tell you, say, don't cater to it, but still you have to remember that by you catering to that one man who just pay the money, what he wants to hear is not what the patrons want to hear. So it's like, cater to the audience of the people that you're playing for. So the money pull-up culture, it definitely going to hurt the parties, and because you're not creating a vibe. Even some songs that you're forced pulling up, is like it can hurt your party and hurt the vibe, because the rest of people them now bust the blank feet, them now vibe to it, and then you catering to that one man who are pay the money, or the two man who are pay the money for the money pull up. What can end up eventually happening, you can lose the party. You can eventually lose the crowd for the rest of the night, that you can't catch them back,
Mm-hmm. No,
Yeah.
what techniques do you use to keep the crowd energized and engaged throughout your performance?
Hits after hits. No matter what genre of music I'm playing, whether I'm playing dancehall, reggae, hip hop, play the hits, play the hits, and then even try to drag their mind back, try to take them back, give them an opportunity to also sing. You know what I mean? Create a selection where you have the people must sing song after song, because that's part of engaging with the crowd, as part of selection and knowing who you have in the audience. You know what I mean? Just play the hits and play songs with the people. Just have that segment there, because keep in mind, like, if you used to listen to some of the early 90s sound system, them like the Super Saint, the Stone Love, them and all them sounds and stuff. They used to have segments where they would play like the Dennis Brown, the Love and Hate, the Greetings. And what I took from that is the people were singing the choruses of the song, the hook of the song.
And that's important.
Yes, even fast forward, and then you have the Berry song, the Berry
Mixmaster
song.
David, sorry to cut you off, but we have to break for a cash pot.
that's cool.
Hold that thought. Don't
That's
go
cool.
anywhere.
When me use Island Fresh with aloe vera, it make me skin feel so much smoother. So if you want to feel better and smell fresher, use Island Fresh with aloe vera.
Manufactured by Island Products, 934-0666.
The time is...
It is now 1 o'clock. We're standing by. Listen up. Your top draw dollars, pick 2, pick 3, pick 4, hot pick, and cash pot. Lunchtime draws up next.
Live game draw. Before we begin, here's a quick look at the mid-morning winning numbers. All live draws are being supervised by the Betting Gaming and Lotteries Commission and observed by the independent auditing firm DPWC. Now let's put some money in your top draw. This afternoon's jackpot is all of $600,000. Now here are the winning top draw numbers. And first up for top draw, we have the number 1. The second winning number, that's a count up to 2. Now for the third top draw number, we have 16. And the fourth number making its way is a count down to 15. The final number for $600,000 is 12. Now let's pick your play with our dollars game. I do hope you're feeling lucky. And first up for dollars is 35. Following is lucky number 13. The third dollars number making its way is 16. Following is the number 3. Next up for dollars is 9. We're now halfway there with 36. Coming down is 34. 1 follows. What's next? We have 15. 26. Coming down slowly is 14, and the final dollars number for this afternoon is 22. Now for some easy winnings with our Pick 2 game. Let's play. And first up for Pick 2 is 31. The second winning number, 20. So once again, your winning Pick 2 numbers are 31 and 20. Up next, you can play 3 ways. It's our Pick 3 game. Now here we go. The first winning Pick 3 number, that's 5. The second winning number, 7. And the third and final number is 6. So once again, the winning Pick 3 numbers are 5, 7, and 6. Now it is time to turn up your winnings. Get ready for Pick 4. First up for Pick 4 is 3. The second winning number, that's 7. Now for the third Pick 4 number, we have 1. And the fourth and final number, 0. Once again, the winning Pick 4 numbers are 3, 7, 1, and 0. Now, it's easy for win, so let's heat things up with Hot Pick. And this afternoon's winning Hot Pick number, what will it be? It is the number 14. Congratulations to all Hot Pick winners. Again, the winning number is 14. Now you can win $280 for every $10 winning cash pot bet. Now let's get ready to play our cash pot game for Thursday, June 20, 2024. You live to play it, but can you win it? Get ready to be a big cash pot winner, and let's see what the winning cash pot number will be. Now this afternoon's winning cash button number is 14. Congratulations to all cash pot winners. Again, the winning number is 14. Now let's mega those winnings, and good luck to you. Let's see what will it be this afternoon, and it is a white ball that has been selected. Now it is time for the monster winnings, so good luck once more. Keep those tickets out. What will it be? The balls are bubbling. Now here we go. It is a monster ball that has been selected. Remember to go mega and monster 6 times per day for Cashpot for more chances to win big. Again, the winning Cashpot number is 14. The lucky mark is mouth. And for mega, a white ball was selected for Pick 3, Pick 4, Cashpot, and Hot Pick. And for monster, the monster ball was selected for Cashpot. Now, let's take a look at this afternoon's winning numbers. And of course, congratulations to everyone who won. 2 Smutty win the lotto. 2 lucky winners from Bull Bay and East Kingston won the share of $37 million. Could you be one of our 2 newest millionaires? Check your lotto tickets now. And join us again at 3 p.m. for more games you love to play. I am Kimberly. Have a supreme afternoon.
Hope you were a big winner. Play your favorite Supreme Ventures games every day and tune in for our live draw 6 times a day at 8:30 a.m., 10:30 a.m., 1 p.m., 3 p.m., 5 p.m., and 8:25 p.m. on this station. Supreme Ventures, making winners every day.
That was the lunchtime top draw dollars, Pick 2, Pick 3, Pick 4, Hot Pick, and Cash Pot draws. Congratulations to all of today's winners. Join us again at 3 p.m. for another chance to win in Hot Pick and Cash Pot special pot draws. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, we are on the road to success and we're journeying with none other than Mixmaster David. Now, before the Cash Pot break, you were basically outlining and sharing some tips as it relates to the effects of money pull-ups and kind of giving some pointers as it relates to how DJs can maneuver that.
Yeah, because once you're playing the hits, oh, by the way, hold on, you win? You win?
And me never bite.
That's joke, man.
No, look.
So yeah, by the way, it's like so as I was saying, like once you cater into the audience, you know, the money pull up will come. Because if you ever once you make party nice and the people can enjoy themselves and stuff like that, take them all over. Because Jamaicans, selectors and DJs out of all the DJs I've experienced throughout the world, everywhere I go, they cater for everybody musically. Like you hear them play from hip hop, you know what I mean, soca, R&B, all that stuff. So it's like we don't have any problem with selections. It's just playing the hits for the people and understanding who you're working for. And if you can even ask some of your colleagues, they will tell you, like, once you stick to the hits, you know what I mean, money pull up will come.
Yeah. Here is a scenario for you. You are playing out at an event that's not necessarily a dancehall event. What would you say are your 5 go-to dancehall tracks to say inject into that space to ignite the masses?
All right, so
Or reggae, dancehall
right.
or reggae.
So you can't miss with reggae. Let's start off with reggae. You can't miss with Don Penn. No, right? It's so old, right? But you can't miss with that, and you can't miss with Still in Love with Sean Paul and Sasha, right? And then
Mad.
from that now you can take it other places. You can play songs like the Drop Leaf and like the Drop Leaf Rhythm and stuff like that. Or you can play, there's a song on this rhythm called Major Minor Rhythm. Don produced it. At first I thought the Jack Cure and them song that was a big song on the rhythm in our space, right? But I went somewhere and I heard a Kenyan DJ played a song on the rhythm by an artist called Jay Boogs. The song called Let's Do It Again. And when the man played the song, we see the whole crowd sing, Mr. Where that song come from? Come to the hit. So it's like it made me start think differently now when it comes to music and type of selection. And then to add to the dancehall segment now, of course, people go for the Shaka Demos and players, Serrani, No Games. Shaka Demos and players, let me go back. Bam Bam and Murder She Wrote. No Games, Serrani, Roman Red Bull come up the line now. I add more newer stuff to my set, to like the Coffee Toast, the Drift, and stuff like that. And of course, Busy Signal, you can't go around with Busy right now with the birthday song. It helped, you know what I mean? And the Taliban from Byron Messiah. And then you add more new songs, and you add the Dirty Money rhythm and all that stuff. Like, you know, but you're in and out, you know what I mean? For me, and stuff like that. But again, everyone falls in love. No games, no letting go. Sorry, by Wayne Wonder, do all the rhythm. You know what I mean? Those songs always is a go-to song to kind of start and let people know that, yo, you're going to get some variety tonight, you know. It's not a straight hip-hop.
Mixmaster David, would you say, or is the current dancehall music too dark for international success?
Most of them, but still for me, okay, so I used to complain about that, right? And I used to say, boy, the artists them just gone too dark with the thing and stuff like that. But still, I'm gonna be one of the positive person and say you still can pick from 1 and 2 songs. Like, let's say, for instance, you have the Niger Boy, you know what I mean? You have the Niger Boys, and you have these other artists and stuff like that, that you can pick from and play 1 and 2 songs from them. You cannot play the whole juggling, but you still can pick from a rhythm and pick out 1 and 2 hits or 1 and 2 songs that sound palatable for the mainstream.
Now, I want to touch a little bit on Mixmaster David, the global ambassador. At the moment, you are with V103 International, and of course, you know, that's like an Atlanta station. Talk to us about your role at that station, and how do you inject reggae and dancehall into what you do? And is it easy, or is there a criteria to say you have to go through, dot all these I's and cross T's before you can get it on board?
Yeah, so keep in mind, even outside of the international station, there's V103, the mainstream hip hop and R&B station, right? So it's actually the biggest station in Atlanta. And for it to be where it's at, they're sticking to their script. They have a script, they have their model that they're following. So basically, for me, every time I play, anytime I do the mix shows, I do the mix shows on Friday and Saturday drive time, like 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. and stuff like that. I'm talking about millions of people listening, right? So for me, I try to add at least 1 or 2 dancehall in there. You know what I mean? Or 1 or 2 reggae within the mix of the hip hop and all that stuff. Whether I'm remixing it on a hip hop beat or play the actual song itself and stuff like that. But it's a lot of red tape, you know what I mean? Again, I stick to the hits for them, like stick to the hip hop hits and the R&B hits, and then I put in my little, you know what I mean, put in my culture in it because I have to have my identity at the end of the day. I'm not just I'm a hip hop DJ still, as well as dancer, but I'm still a selector. I'm still an overall culture
So
ambassador.
you just season the whole thing with a little bit, with a dash
Yeah,
of
man.
reggae and a splash of
Yeah, we don't cook with
dancehall
just salt and black pepper alone. You know what I mean? You have to have a little thing to it, man. You know what I mean?
flavor. Now, in those moments, what would you say are the go-to reggae and dancehall songs for radio? Is it the same thing as in if you were in a space playing out?
So it depends on the songs that I really feel that I want to push or and stuff like that. Because keep in mind, every other hip hop DJ can play it when they want to No Letting Go, right? Song is a hit, don't get me wrong, but at the same token, I want to put more of my thing in it. So I would say no, like so for instance, no Shensia, the Hit and Run and the Nige Boy or who else? Even the Chronic Law on a Friday, the Chronic Law the weekend song, that is a good song for now. You know what I mean? For me, I would try and just blend it in and just take it to the next level, you know, or whosoever is out there.
There is an ongoing debate as it relates to, you know, dancehall music and Afrobeats, and persons are saying that Afrobeats has taken over from dancehall. And sometimes you go to the clubs and you realize the section where you'd normally hear the reggae songs, that's where you're hearing the Afrobeats. In your expert opinion, what are your thoughts on this situation?
So the concept of, all right, so we have a lot of talent in Jamaica, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm pro-Jamaican. And there's a lot of, let's say, Afrobeat hits right now that's in the mainstream, right? And if you listen to the songs that's being played and being pushed in the mainstream, is like a lot of singers. You know, like there's a lot of Afrobeat singers. This might sound a little weird. Jamaican dancehall culture is more consist of dancehall DJs, right? But we have the singers too. But what I realize is the singers cut through the mainstream, like melodies cut through more, which is consist by singers than the DJs. You know what I mean? Because again, listen to the song that I naming up. Most of them are all singers. When you want to know letting go, Shaka Demos and Players, Murder She Wrote, you have a singer and you have a DJ. Like Devante and Tonto Metro, Everyone Falls in Love, you have a singer carrying the chorus, and you have a DJ, right? So you find that most of the songs that boss even in the American space, even if the singer, the Afrobeat artist is not the best singer, they have melody. You know what I mean? They have melodies and they concentrate on singing the choruses and things. So I think for us as dancehall and reggae pioneers and people in the space, we will start giving the singers more of a push and giving them better songs, writing better songs for them to sing. You know what I mean? That's stuff that we can't relate to. We can't relate to kill nobody. We can't relate to shoot nobody. We can't relate to that. Some of the skin out song that we can't play them song there while we're riding with kids in the car. You know what I mean? So we have to kind of pull back on some of them songs there and stuff and make it more fun. You know what I mean? Make it more fun, make it a party.
Absolutely. I'm happy that you said that, and especially, you know, from where you're coming from, like with your background, with your experience, with where you are and the industry, they are listening. So we do hope that they're taking notes and will apply.
Yeah, man, even Delhi Ranks I listen to. Big up Delhi. Delhi are one of my best friends, you know what I mean?
Oh, mad, big up Delhi. No, are there any upcoming artists or producers that have caught your attention recently?
The one DJ Max still him now, he's up, you know. He's like DJ Mac, him a do him thing. Again, big up to Deli Ransom, brother. Again, I have a song coming out with him and my brother Navis Bam too as well from Lingsted and stuff. And also you have people like, of course, the Russians, and you have a couple of the newer youths that I don't even know them name as a producers, but them a do them thing. Them really do them thing, especially the dudes that are creating the singles. Some of them singles are the V6, the all them people who are create them singles. Them song that big song, and big up to the producers.
Are you working on anything right now as a producer yourself? Do you have any projects that are coming out or you want to highlight?
Yes, definitely. I have a song with Akon I'm working on right now. It's actually finished. I'm just waiting on Akon to just give me the signature, and we're just ready for release. It's a Latin song and stuff like that, but Akon him go crazy with it. You know, as a matter of fact, you know what? I'm going to send you this song. I'm going to send it to you.
Okay, all right.
I'm going to send it to you. I'm going to clean it up and send it to you. Let me make sure. Just go back through it, and because you know, I mean, I'm not clear up my eye either.
You know how that is. You know how that is for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
But let's talk about like your philanthropic endeavors. What are some of the projects that you specialize in, and how important is service to Mixmaster David?
So service. So I'll give back a lot of independent and low key things to people and families from my community and stuff like that. But I wanna make it more a thing. You know what I mean? To like cater to the community and especially the school and all that stuff. I want to start doing more donations to it and all that stuff. So even though I'm gonna be honest, even though I have philanthropy on my profile and stuff like that, it's something that I'm working with my team to see how I can create a non-profit and how I can make it a broader thing to donate and give back to the schools and stuff like that. But I'm gonna start with, of course, my community of Mount Friendship, Mountain Spring, Limeage, the whole of them places first before I even try expanding and stuff like that. I'm big up to St. Teresa's all-age school too as well, because that's one of the main places I want to focus on too as well.
Okay. I know from talking to you, what lights you up is whenever you're talking about music, right? I realize that you also don't like to talk about yourself too much, but when I realize that, you know, you kind of swerve the questions if you have to talk about yourself. So let's talk about Mixmaster David, the family man. How are you in that regard?
Married
Yes,
one daughter
children.
and stuff like that. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
How is that balance?
Candice, it's really good. It's really good. She's 23 now, so you don't know, big woman.
Wow. Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
You see
So
what I
you know,
mean?
yeah. So basically, in the space of that we're in, basically, is like, for me, I've seen what happens when you bring your personal life to this industry. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of things can go wrong, but a lot of things still can go good. You know what I mean? But I see what happens when you bring your personal life to the party. My wife don't party that much. You know what I mean? And that's why we're still married. She don't party. She didn't know to and stuff like that. Big up Candice. You know, it's not party, but when you put your personal business too much in the space, like you can see right now that what's happening with these female artists and them for them personal business is like, it's a mess. You know what I mean? It's a mess.
It is.
And
It's go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's okay. And stuff that can be worked out behind the scenes, they're out in the public space, and you know, give yourself a little time and a little grace for really fixing the issues and all them stuff there. A lot of things don't need to be in the public.
Grace indeed. No, it's also a delicate balance to live a public life, but then also maintain your privacy. Would you say that's a struggle for you, or you have basically mastered the art of keeping the two things separate?
No, I can't keep the two things separate, because like I said, my wife don't party that much, and when she do come out, it's something that she really want to to be. You know what I mean? Is a thing that she really want to check out and stuff like that. So she don't really party that much. So it's not hard. But my daughter knows. She on the other hand, she want every party with me there. But it's all good, you know what I mean? At
But
least
that's
I'm there
cool
to,
though, somewhat.
yeah,
You
it
know.
is. At least I'm there to kind of
Mm-hmm.
and ask her what go on and all that stuff, and you know what I mean, and make her have her proud moments and stuff, you know.
No, talk to us about your calendar. Summer is here. I mean, where are some of the spaces that you're going to be, and will we see Mixmaster David anytime soon in
Yes,
Jamaica?
definitely. I'm coming for Dream Weekend. I will be at Dream Weekend, and and most of the bookings is like in America, but mostly I'm gonna be at Dream Weekend. As a matter of fact, I just left Jamaica. I did 11 days in Jamaica. I did Mocha Fest, and then I did Mocha Fest, and then I did a private wedding in Jamaica during the course of what was it, May? Yeah, from May 24th to probably May 3rd I was there for and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a lot. And plus, America now see me this December again. Man, at Jamaica this December. Me don't care.
All right. Now,
I'm booking my
how
ticket.
how do you hope to influence the next generation of DJs?
I mean, I'm here for conversation. I just want them to see that sky. Of course, people say sky's the limit, but we have to use a new term now. It's like just go for anything you can think of, or you aspire, or let me use not our words. If you can think it, it can happen. You know what I mean? It's a major possibility. It can happen if you can think it. Just think that. Just think out the box, and if you can think it, it can happen. If you want to be the biggest DJ on Irie FM, you know what I mean? Work up your skills, you know, listen to Lollipop them and stuff like that, or go study some of the people them who passed, and like the Waynes them and the Bob Clark them and the Mighty Mike, rest in peace, and all them people, and see if you can, you know what I mean? Big up your skills, see how you can be of service to Irie, see how you can make Irie the next generation of Irie FM so we can still stay tuned, you know? It
No,
can happen.
absolutely. Have you ever had like an instant where, because you know, like some of these young Gen Z DJs, like, you know, how they handle themselves is different, and you know, you have been in it for a while. Do you ever have a situation where somebody younger is like stepping to you like, oh, you don't know what's up? And how do you handle that type of situation?
Just beat him and teach him. You know, musically that is though. But you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like, oftentimes you have some younger DJs who basically them feel like they made it, and in our words, they want to style you, and you have to say, all right, cool. I'm going to show you something. You know what I mean? Without musically, you're not going to tell a promoter to block him. And you're not tell a man, say, yo, I'm not play upon a part with the boy that I play upon. You just say, all right, we play upon the same party, but I'm going to teach you something. You know what I mean? And then you just give them your versatility and show them how it's done.
Absolutely. What do you want your legacy in music to be, in the music industry?
That I was a great DJ. I was, you know, I was someone that helped to curve how Jamaican DJs look at DJing aspect, especially in the mainstream, and how they look at themselves as far as being a DJ, because there's few of us in the space of what I'm doing right now. Like even in Miami, you have a DJ that's called Don Hart, but you have DJ Madout, big up Kareem, but still, it's not a lot of us in the space of doing hip hop and dancehall and still maintain like your culture at the same time and not lose your identity. You know, so my thing to be like, I have to sit down and think about that for real. That's sad. I never thought that part.
No, it's fine. I mean, this is what these types of conversations are. You hear something that, you know, kind of turn on a light bulb in your mind. But as you're speaking,
Go ahead, sorry. Go ahead.
as you're speaking, you know, you play a wide genre of music. How do you manage to seamlessly blend, you know, such diverse sounds, you know, almost effortlessly?
it comes from mixing or learn, like Jamaican was to learn to mix and all that stuff. And, transitioning is from you can mix and stuff like that. You hear music differently. Sometimes you hear music like you're telling a story with the music as far as you playing a song with the same subject line or same topic and stuff like that, and then you blend both, or it's a beat. You know what I mean? It can possibly be you just mixing like a hip hop beat underneath a dancehall song, or vice versa, and then the transition is just flawless from there. But you still have to understand and know your music, and then understanding your crowd, and then that's how you can, choose different selections to go with the formula and make it flawless.
What would you say to upcoming entertainers now who aspire to cross over or tap into the international scene musically?
So it's a couple of things I can say. I can say, all right, for the younger artists that's coming up, make songs that you can play for your kids, you know what I mean? And choose some different topic lines. Choose topic lines that everyone can relate to, or try to tell a story with your songs versus if I sell us something, a product that we can't even sell to the world. We can't sell to the world shooting people, the slackness and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Of course, you're gonna have little slackness so the girls them can break out and do them thing, but sometimes we have to imagine, you know what I mean? Write songs so we can, you're talking about a subject and we have to just imagine that him talk about, because back in the days, Shabba Ranks and this slack still, don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? The little Lennies, all them people, they slack, but at the same token, we just have to assume what they were talking about. We never knew, we were naive to the whole thing, but we still just know,
the picture wasn't as vivid.
Yeah, it was in your face kind of thing. And then write songs. Get with songwriters if you don't understand how to write songs and stuff like that. And even though you're writing your song, give us something to sing to. Give us something to sing to. Give us something to like give us the big choruses and all that. It's still a part of dancehall culture. You know what I mean? From birth.
And finally, where did the time go? We have some 2 minutes remaining. What advice would you give to a young DJ who wants to be like Mixmaster David?
Just love music, be a lover of music, understand music. That's so complicated. Let me scratch that. What I would say is just be ambitious. You know what I mean? Be ambitious. Have a broader scope of where you see yourself like in the next 10 years. Or if again, once you can think it, majority of the time it can happen. So just think where you want to go, think where you want to do, think where you want to drive, and just keep saying it. It's going to happen for you. Don't be negative. Don't talk negative for yourself. Just say, that I want, and that if you go for. And don't make nobody tell you nothing. Go for it.
I love it. Mixmaster David, this was epic. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kasima.
Oh, yeah.
And the messages are coming in for Mixmaster David. This one says, up fully up Mixmaster David, bless up yourself. This one says, big up to Mixmaster David. The man makes some real talk, King Tubby said that. Big up, of course, coming from August Stone. Big up Bogwalk, massive locked in. This one says, nice, good afternoon, Kish. Nice interview with Yellow in Claremont. And Crazy Glue from Hartford in Portland says, blessed love Kishima with prosperity. Big up to Mixmaster David. The interview shot tonight, that's enough.
When we coming up.
I'm doing this one again from the top.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hold up. Came from nothing, but we turned that to something. Island boy, eat the starfish and dumpling. Champagne bust, have to celebrate this life thing. Bust a blank, don't make me go and bust the real thing. Oh, Jaja, what make you bless me with the light? I don't know, Jaja. We have to thank the most high. That's the call, Jaja. So you're not have to say another day, no, mama. Say me say no, mama. I got got my money up. No plenty sexy woman love me up.
This one is called Stuntin'. Mixmaster David featuring Versus Simmons.
Now we up, I'm at this stunting.
Carrie says, what an awesome motivational interview. Big up yourself, Mixmaster David. I love it. And this one says, I hope the reggae and dancehall artists, them are listening, because the whole of them want crossover, but I just do anything.
I don't really know, yeah. I'm a global. Back then in the trenches, we be grinding to be known, yeah. There's no money for, yeah. Terribly for, yeah. Even when I'm failing, you know, say the game not over. Now when they see me, they want to be me. They want to see me, they want to claim me. Say I be the new team for their TV. But they boss, yeah, man, do that. I got my money up. No plenty sexy woman love me up.
Hey, this is Butch Barrington, and you're tuning to Kashima Francis. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
Come and enjoy your Wendy's Dave's Classic, our signature square burger, served hot off the grill with the best ingredients.
The time is...
It is now 1:32.
Did you know that many of my schoolmates have an unhealthy diet, especially at school, and now